Hey, you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some freaky footage that has the paranormal community divided. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more mysterious content just like this.
Being buried alive has been a common fear for centuries. The dread of premature burial was so prevalent in the 18th and 19th centuries that many people were buried in safety coffins. These coffins were built so that a string could be threaded through the top of the coffin. One end of the string was attached to the corpse's finger, and the other end to a bell suspended above the grave. This would allow the interred person to ring the bell if they woke up in their own grave, alerting nearby people that they were still alive. The following footage featured on the Daily Mail's website seems to prove a fear of premature burial is perfectly justified even today. The video shows terrifying footage of a burial service in Indonesia. In the short clip, a group of mourners stands around an open grave. Down in the dirt, a body's being interred in a casket fitted with a glass panel, allowing mourners to see inside. At a telling moment in the service, the priest recites a passage from the Bible reading, "I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, he will live even though he is dead." As he speaks these words, a hand seems to reach towards the glass panel from inside the coffin. A moment later, the hand appears to wave at the mourners standing beside the grave. Some viewers believe that the movement was most likely caused by a rodent trapped inside the coffin. Others have cited scientific evidence of corpses moving after death because of post-mortem muscle spasms. However, other viewers insist that the movement of the hand looked far too deliberate to be attributed to a spasm. Could this terrifying footage be documentation of a modern-day premature burial? Urban exploration is a fruitful source of terrifying footage that'll keep you awake at night. In this video by YouTuber Ode Hindi, a team of explorers enters the former home of a man who was the subject of a local urban legend. According to the stories, the man fell in love with a fairy. His love for the creature caused him to go mad and commit numerous insane and violent acts throughout his life. The legend states that after death, the man became a terrifying jinn that haunts the house to this day. Early in the exploration, the ghost hunters are startled by a blood-curdling scream that echoes through the abandoned hallways. The scream is loud, as if it came from a room right next to the camera. They continue exploring and several minutes later encounter an eerie shadow figure. The figure passes slowly across an entryway. It's large, filling up the entire opening, and wears what appears to be a long black robe with a large hood obscuring its face. The explorers run to the entryway to search for the entity, but it's disappeared. The entity reappears a few minutes later, again crossing the threshold of a hallway, but again disappears before the explorers catch up. The most terrifying encounter is yet to come. As the YouTuber enters a room and turns the camera on himself to talk to the audience, the horrid figure appears just behind him. Its skin is pale and grey, and matted hair obscures its features. This eerie encounter clearly freaks YouTuber out as he swings around to see if anything's there, but yet again, he's all alone. The explorers eventually leave the house, terrified of the mysterious shadow figure. When a room is pitch black with no light coming from anywhere inside or outside the house, it's impossible for a shadow to appear in the room, right? According to Redditor 1Nesselot4, this may not be true. An entity even darker than the dim light of their home made for some terrifying footage that may provide evidence of a ghostly presence. The video comes from a household CCTV camera. According to the poster, the camera is filming on night vision mode in a completely dark room. All of the lights are off and every window is covered by blinds, preventing any light from creeping in from outside. Yet, as the camera rolls, it records a distinct shadow moving across the room. To sate the curiosity of non-believers, the poster also provides footage from other cameras, showing that there was nothing moving in the room that could have caused the eerie shadow. Some commenters suggested that the shadow could have been caused by a bug flying across the camera's light. However, others believe that because of the solid and static shape of the shadow, this theory is unlikely to be true. So the question remains, could this be real footage of a shadow entity haunting someone's home? Ghosts have a reputation for being destructive, or at the very least nuisances. But in this video by MG Vlogs, we see what could be a ghostly entity that's just trying to help. The terrifying footage begins with a shot from a CCTV camera in a large public garage. It points out two mysterious shapes that have appeared on camera. The footage then cuts to a close-up of a ladder, most likely shot from a cell phone camera belonging to one of the two men who were present in the garage. In this portion of the video, we see that the ladder is rocking back and forth, moving slowly across the floor. It almost appears as if the ladder is attempting to walk itself across the floor, the two sides of the ladder serving as stiff legs. Is the ladder possessed? Is a helpful ghost attempting to move the ladder to make the worker's job easier? No one seems to be able to provide an explanation for this strange video. Some people believe that children are more attuned to the world of the paranormal than adults. When children are scared of the boogeyman under the bed, could they be seeing ghosts or demons that are just not apparent to those of us who have reached adulthood? In this video by YouTuber Carly Oaksaka, that seems to be the case. This footage was shot by a mother a few minutes after her daughter claimed to have seen something terrifying lurking in her bedroom.
Point to it.
According to the poster, this is not the first time the child has reported spotting a ghost. With the camera rolling, the mother asks the young girl where the scary thing is.
Show me. Over there?
The girl points to the open doors of her closet. When the camera turns to inspect this area, nothing's visible to the naked eye.
Where, Isla?
Yet the child is too terrified to cross the threshold into the room. When her mother asks the girl to describe what it is she saw, she remains in the doorway in mute terror, unable to muster a word.
Where is it?
Even though we never see the entity, the girl's reaction is enough to assure us that whatever's lurking in the room is not to be trifled with.
Where is it?
Redditor Almunka7x identifies themselves as a skeptic. They've never really believed in the supernatural, but when their wife, also a skeptic, shared this terrifying footage, both of them felt their beliefs begin to shake. The wife is a nurse who was working the night shift when a patient unfortunately passed away. The time of death is 3:11 AM. At 4 AM, the hospital porters arrive to begin the task of transporting the body from the room to the morgue. As they cart the body away, the nurses stationed nearby notice something odd. The hands on the wall clock have begun spinning around the clock's face. 10 minutes later, at 4:10 AM, one of the nurses decides to record the strange phenomenon. Exactly 1 minute later, the hands of the clock suddenly stop their movement, landing on the correct time. The time is 4:11 AM, exactly 1 hour after the patient died. The device is a simple battery-operated analog clock, so it's unlikely that an electrical problem could have caused the bizarre movements. Considering the time at which the clock suddenly stopped and returned to functioning normally, the hospital staff were understandably unnerved. Before we get to that number one spot and take a look at footage of a poltergeist haunting Islamabad's international airport, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there. That way you'll get notifications about all our scary content. The Islamabad International Airport has only been in operation since 2018. However, in the short time that the airport has been open, it's become apparent that the building is haunted. The first reports of ghostly activity hit the news less than 1 month after the airport officially opened. Photos circulated the internet showing strange, shadowy apparitions wandering the building after dark. Numerous customers cancelled their tickets with the airline after seeing the images. However, the reports didn't end there. People continued to share images and videos showing shadowy figures and objects moving on their own. In this particular video, uploaded by what seems to be the official YouTube channel for the Islamabad International Airport, we see what appears to be a cargo area within the airport. A desk chair sits in the middle of the floor. As the camera rolls, the chair begins to quickly slide across the concrete floor. It stops for a few seconds, then gradually turns and begins inching its way towards a nearby opening. No one seems to know who or what is haunting the Pakistani airport, but if the reports are true, passengers should keep a close eye out for paranormal happenings as they board their flights. Love to get your thoughts on this one in the comment section below.
If you want to see some more freaky videos, then check out that link on the top there. Otherwise, there's a scary playlist right there that you can binge on for hours and hours. Now, if you want to get your name scrolling along the top there, consider supporting our Patreon campaign. There's a link in the description box below. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.